Okay, so I recently went to a singles event and it was 90% women. And I was wondering, like, where's all the dudes? I don't know, but they're not there. And that's cool, not like I care.
Guy better pay attention to me tonight. I'm so fucking sick of this shit. Oh my god. Touch a boob, buy a drink. I mean, it's like very fucking simple.
So I'm hosting a speed dating event, and like 9 women have showed up, and only 2 males. Why? And like 7 males pay for tickets. So I don't know why. Why don't men come to speed dating events?
The fact that they keep on asking these questions, I know we laugh and joke about this type of stuff, but it really solidifies the fact that modern women aren't listening to men at all. I mean, the guys keep on telling you, we don't feel like it's marketed towards us. We don't feel like there's really anything other than a humiliation ritual for us. We pay to get in there. We're expecting some sort of return. I mean, I don't mind messing off 40, 50 bucks here and there, but if we're going and like, when you start to get nothing out of it, like, it's one thing if you go mess something off and then you actually get something out of it. Like if you go, I don't know, on a date with a woman, and you got something out of it. And we're not even talking about like sleeping with somebody. We're just talking about, man, I had a good conversation. It was nice to get out and really socialize. But when men are going there and say, well, I probably won't meet anybody, but maybe I'll socialize. And then they get there and the women are doing nothing but making fun of them and calling them bridge trolls. And then sometimes you see the women pull up their phone right then and there, right in the man's face. And then the man has to walk off. And then when the man walks off, she makes a TikTok with the man. And he's in the background and it's not so subtle. Like I'm raising up the phone and you can see me making a TikTok about you. Like who wants to be involved with that type of stuff? These women are rude.
So I went to a singles event last night in downtown Phoenix. I had seen their events on TikTok and it looked super fun, but it was not what I thought it was gonna be. Like I swear on the TikTok that I saw was that they had you fill out a questionnaire, and at some point in the night they like grouped people into groups so that you could mingle and get to know people out of your comfort zone, whatever. That's not what happened last night. It was at Pemberton, but the bar was still open to the public, so the event was just sectioned off in half the bar. But once you got into the event area, it was just like you were at a bar. There was nothing that made it special to a singles event to help you try to get to know people besides everyone in the bar was single. But then to enjoy like Pemberton, you had to go out of the event area to get drinks. So like I paid for a ticket for like a private area of the bar, but it kind of defeated the purpose. I still had a fun night with my girls. I would highly not recommend going by yourself. There was like hundreds of people at this thing. There's no way I could have gone alone. So I went to a singles event last night in downtown Phoenix. I had seen their events on TikTok and it looked super fun, but it was not what I thought it was gonna be. Like I swear on the TikTok that I saw was that they had you fill out a questionnaire, and at some point in the night they like grouped people into groups so that you could mingle and get to know people out of your comfort zone, whatever. That's not what happened last night. It was at Pemberton, but the bar was still open to the public, so the event was just sectioned off in half the bar. But once you got into the event area, it was just like you were at a bar. There was nothing that made it special to a singles event to help you try to get to know people besides everyone in the bar was single. But then to enjoy like Pemberton, you had to go out of the event area to get drinks. So like I paid for a ticket for like a private area of the bar, but it kind of defeated the purpose. I still had a fun night with my girls. I would highly not recommend going by yourself. There was like hundreds of people at this thing. There's no way I could have gone alone.
So I have like a general inquiry. English. General inquiry. Now, I haven't dated since 2013. That's 11 years ago. Now, if you think back to 2013, most of you can't, the dating scene was different. There was no, like, Instagram had just come out. There was, like, I don't know if dating apps existed. I don't know. But the influence was not there. You met someone in the wild. I met my ex-husband in the wild. It was great. It was a great time. The dating was beautiful. It was so non-toxic. It was great. Coming out of a divorce 2.5 years ago, and like I've seen people in between, dated it a little bit, but now I'm like throwing myself back out there. what happened? What? Like, when did humans become not humans? When did, like, women and men, like, relax, and men become, like, a choice? Or, like, something that you just, like, are like, no, I don't like that one, swipe. Or, like, oh, if it doesn't work out with that one, no worries, because, like, I'll just find another one. Or, no, this is too hard, I'm leaving. Or, yeah, I thought I was ready, but, yeah, I'm really not. Or, I have too much trauma. So, these are all my problems, and they're probably going to affect our relationship, so, nah. Or, yeah, I really like you. I really like you, and I want to keep seeing you and taking you on dates, but, like, you're probably not going to get a commitment from me. So we're just going to stay that way for a long time. Sorry? Like, what happened? Honestly, if there are genuine people out there, genuine, who just have old school values, maybe it's like a European thing, I don't know. I was going to say wog, but then he's going to be like, oh, it's so offensive. It's not, if you are one. Where are the old school, like, nice traditional values? And, like, the normal dating, like, send a message, hey, like, without being weird, you know what I mean? And, like, the not playing games, and just, like, I get it, it's hard to meet people in the wild. It is hard these days because everyone thinks you're, like, trying to crack on. No one knows what your intentions are. Like, I get it 100%, but also, like, if you don't try, you'll never know. But also, please be normal. Like, I just want to meet someone really, like, just normal and nice and genuine. Genuine. Who doesn't leave. Who doesn't ghost. What's this ghosting? I never had that. I never had that 11 years ago. I never had that 2 years ago. What happened to the quality of people? I'm still stuck 11 years ago, and I love that. I think that's the best quality about myself, is I will always have old school traditional values. And I'm like, mate, there are not many of us left, and I know that there are men out there who would appreciate someone like me. But damn, where you at? Where are ya? I'm waiting. Some people, like, I see some videos of, like, some people, and it's a little bit cringy. They'll be like, this is my official dating profile, like, on TikTok. But I feel like I've become one of them. I mean, that's a little, like, attention grabbing. I'm like, wait, DMs are going to be flooded now, like, relax. And they're usually, like, gorgeous men. But please don't DM me if you're, like, an old man. That's all I ask. I'm 29, single mum, yeah? I'm not saying, like, it's my dating profile. 29, single mum. No. Because we get it. Baggage. But also, maybe I would meet my husband through TikTok. Should I do a series? A dating series? I'm intrigued. Let me know what I should do. Let me know what I should do. Should I try and find my husband on TikTok? All I ask is that you're not a creep. Please, just That's all. That's all. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Enjoy your Wednesday!
I'll be saying this to the day I die. Do not let men into your apartment. Don't go to his apartment. He does not come to your apartment when you're dating. Until you're exclusive, you don't go over to each other's houses. If he wants to see you, he can ask you on a date. Otherwise, no.
If the man you're about to go on a date with does not have a LinkedIn, cancel that date. That's all I have to say.
If I go on one more date, if I have one more encounter with a man in his early 30s telling me that what he's looking for is a hustler, that he's looking for a queen to build an empire with, to be hustling for the next 5 years, I'm officially tapping out, because what y'all don't get is us girlies in our early 30s, we've been hustling. We fell victim to the girl boss shit, and we was girl bossing for the last decade. We went to school, we started our businesses, we bought houses, we've been doing this shit on our own. We've been on our independent woman shit. And you talking to me about hustling another 5 years? My mans, I'm trying to have some babies. And you want me out here working too and hustling? You got me fucked up.
Okay, so I have a genuine question. Where in this day and age do you find men? Like, good actual men? Tinder, no. Hinge, no. Bumble, that's a joke. Co-workers, no. That is banned. That is a joke as well. Uni, no. Don't be ridiculous. I don't reckon you'd find someone at a bar or clubbing. No. Festival, also no. Also, like, do I have the money to go to a festival every month? No. Like, genuinely, where do you find men? Where do you find your men?
Nowhere. In my dreams.
In your dreams.
Yep.
Like, I am telling you, I literally moved states from Tasmania to Melbourne. Maybe I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll find a man here. No, wrong. Absolutely wrong. Like, am I meant to move countries? Probably. Probably will find one on the coast of Greece. I don't know. Croatia or something. Maybe someone in Paris. I don't know. Definitely not in Melbourne. Like, am I just meant to go for a stroll along the beach and then find the love of my life? Probably not. Am I meant to find them at a supermarket? No. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, if you have a boyfriend, where did you find this? Like, if you have a good boyfriend, I know lots of boyfriends are shit. Where did you find your man? Like, probably all the good ones are gone, you know what I mean? Like, there are a lot of men in this world, like, half of them are shit, the other half are gay, and then half of them are, like, I don't know, a different transgender or something. So probably all the good ones are gone. Yeah, fuck men, I hate men, goodbye. That is my 2 cents on men, and why 2024 is for the girls.
Like, if you were to do it in a bar, right, there's a chance that the person you're approaching is in a relationship, or they're just not in the mood to talk. I think we've all been there, right? Like, you've gone out with your friends and you're like, this is about me and my friends, this is not about other people tonight. And so I really think going to these dating events is such an untapped opportunity for men. And it's crazy to me because women's tickets for events sell out so quickly all the time. I've seen events where the women's tickets sell out within 15 minutes. And then men's tickets are still available until like an hour before the event. It's crazy. So yeah, I think I really believe in dating events, especially because I think there's actually way more manners in dating events. You know, the problem with dating apps is like things like ghosting, and ghosting to me is a lack of respect and manners, right? It doesn't take much to say, nice talking to you, but I don't feel a connection, goodbye. Like, it doesn't take much to do that. But because we're digital and we're just constantly swiping.
And I'm just like, do I say something? Like, I hate to ask for stuff. I don't like to ask for stuff. But like, you gotta do more to keep me around. And I hate to be that girl, but like, you literally need to do the most. You need to do the most. Because as soon as you start doing less or start presenting me with the bare minimum, I'm gonna leave. Because I can't be, if you not meeting me where I treat myself, I already treat myself the best. So if you ain't up here with me, what am I keeping you around for? And you think I'm gonna keep you and you doing the bare minimum? Like, men think, oh, well, I saw you, I called you, I texted you. That ain't enough. That's not enough.
Whoever created this list, I just need to say thank you. Somebody had to say it. The only thing you forgot to add here was a walk date.
I'm so excited to provide my feedback on these locations.
Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's, Chili's. I've seen that in the movies, but I've never been there. Chipotle, unfortunately, do not recommend. Olive Garden, I also seen that in movies. But going to the movies for a first date is just like, do you not have anything to say? You gotta sit in silence for like 2 hours. So dumb. Your house, convenient. Fast food chain? No. But never heard of Buffalo Wings, Wingstop, River Lobster, blah, blah. Never heard of these places. The gym, so you can see her squat. Church, Starbucks, come on. Coffee dates, ice cream dates are just like, no. Somebody invites you on a family function, it seems like he just wants to show his family that he is finally dating somebody. Movie night, again, so cheap, so low effort. Somewhere that requires a long drive. Just like, not necessary. Bowling, I mean, look at my nails, like, come on. Nightclub, again, so inappropriate. Hookah bar, never been my thing. Bar for just drinks, yo, so you can get her drunk and take her home, no. Waffle House, what is that? Sports events, really?
As a single woman, I'm getting a little worried when I scroll on this app that like all of the good single men, 30-year-olds and up, or near that range, they are, if they're single, they're staying inside and doing exactly what I would want to do, which is like binge a show and like order and take out. Like, why when I'm scrolling, I'm seeing all these like cute men who look like they have their head on their shoulders. They probably don't. Let's just be fucking real. But they're all like staying inside. Like, what I'm trying to do is text a girlfriend and be like, hey, you know what? Instead of me cuddling into bed and binging all of Real Housewives, let's go out. Because I'm just hoping that one day, like, I meet my husband, like, meet cute randomly. Like, I gotta go out and do that, right? I have to, like, actually put myself out there. I have to actually do my makeup and, like, put on a cute outfit and do that, you know? Crazy concept. But I have a fear that all of the good single 30-year-old men are doing the opposite. Hey, get out there. Please. Stop ordering takeout by your fucking self and wait for me to be there with you to do it, okay? Fuck, literally, I don't... Probably gonna run into a douchebag. Pray for me.
What's an unpopular dating tip?
Even if you're a girl, offer to pay the bill. And even if he says no, still put out your wallet just in case. Some girls don't like to pay the bill and they won't offer, so.
Why should they do that?
To be polite, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like sort of a stereotype that guys should pay on the first date, but I think that if you're a girl, you should still offer.
I totally agree. I created a community in which we help guys get out of their rooms and actually introduce themselves to women, go on dates. Is that something you'd recommend for guys?
Absolutely.
Not me truly believing that I was being like sexy and mysterious at a singles event, only for a guy to approach me and ask, are you okay, with genuine concern. And then I panicked because I was like, something about my face must imply that I'm not okay. So I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm just looking for my roommate. So then he was like, what does your roommate look like? And then he tracked down my roommate and delivered me to him as if I was a lost child at a grocery store. And then he just walked away. Like, he wasn't there to be in love with me. He was just there to make sure that I got home okay. And I did, so thank you.
Okay, this one's for the ladies. I am just so curious to know what your response to this would be. So I was seeing a guy, we had gone on a couple dates, we were communicating our intentions, you know, communicating our wants and needs, and he said something that kind of like made me be like, it's not gonna work. He said that when he's dating someone, they can't have guy friends. They no longer can have guy friends. They can no longer have friends of the opposite sex because all of your guy friends want to fuck you and they could at any moment. He said that he's never had a problem in the past with women with that stipulation and that they've only ever needed him, and that the needs and the wants, like, or the things that you get from your male friendships, you should be getting from your boyfriend. So therefore you don't need all those male friendships. And to me that sounded a little crazy, a little too red-pilled. And my response was, unfortunately this isn't going to work out then, because I'm just not willing to sacrifice all of these friendships for one man that I just met. Like, these are people I've known for years, people who have been there for me in terrible, hard times, and vice versa. I'm not going to sacrifice that for a guy I just met and don't know anything about. So that was my response. Other than that, great guy, checks all the boxes, literally. But that was the one thing. So I'm just curious, have you guys run into this in dating, and what would your response be to this? Because that to me was crazy. And I've never heard that before. But I'm so curious because he said he's never had a problem with that in the past. So I'm like, is it me? Am I the problem? Is this a play about me? So anyways, let me know. Let me know in the comments.
Okay, so I haven't dated anybody in 3 years. I finally decided I'm gonna put myself out there, start meeting people. These men are weak. These men are soft, okay? They don't text you, they don't call you, they like your Instagram post. It is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. What planet is everybody on? Why are girls allowing men to act like this to them? Absolutely not. No, go waste your time with a 20-year-old. Like, they'll probably be happy to give your attention. Oh, somebody's here for me. It's not a date.
Unfortunately, growing up is realizing that if you're dating after 25, you either have to choose between a man with a good face or a man who is tall.
It was a group date for the first date. He doesn't
No,
like
no,
you.
Doll, you're really misreading this situation, Doll.
I am.
You are very much waking up and choosing violence, Doll. I think you are. Let me correct you, Doll. He introduced me to his friends and cousin, Doll, on the first date, Doll. Iconic shit from me.
He invited
Honestly.
you over 20 minutes before.
Doll, it was not 20 minutes. Don't take this shit from me, Doll.
Listen, he doesn't fucking like you. Sit next to you at the dinner table, Doll.
Yes, Doll.
No,
He did, Doll.
Don't you dare lie.
He did,
Your
Doll.
eyebrow is raising a little bit, 45 degrees to the right, Doll.
Doll, he did, Doll.
He did it exactly.
I know, but he
exactly.
sat across
Where
from me,
is the
Doll.
handle
That
leg?
is.
Where is the handle leg? Where is?
No, that would be too much, Doll. That's PDA, Doll.
It's
We're not
not
at that
PDA.
stage, Doll. We would make everyone
You
feel
are not
uncomfortable.
at any stage, Doll. You are not. You are actually.
I'm center stage, Doll.
No,
Thank you so much,
correct
Doll.
Of your own delusion, Doll. Correct, Doll. Correct. You are literally the most delusional.
No,
person
Doll, I
of
think
our
it's-
great nation, Doll.
of
You
our
really
great
are.
nation, Australia,
You
Doll.
you really are. I swear to God.
Doll, you've woken up and chosen to be annoying. I think you
Okay,
need to be. I think you need to be
I-
happy
I-
for me.
Doll,
This
I
is a small win. I know it's not a big win, but it's a small win.
If this is a win
Do you know
that
what
we
I
are
mean?
celebrating, our life is depresso as for us. I
Doll, we celebrated the win and him viewing my story. So I think that this is the same shit. Doll.
Why we are romanticizing this man?
I'm gonna wait for a text from him. You can be there, groveling in your own self pity, and I will see you. Never, Doll.
This is not a normal bar. This is a singles bar. Everyone's fair game. We're all single bitches. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. We even have little name tags. Yeah. So all three of us have met guys that we kind of like tonight. Jenny met a guy too.
He's cute. He came up to me. He said I was like the only one he was like interested in.
I had a good time. I think I met my husband. I pointed at this guy that I thought was really cute, and then I said, this guy is so cute, I want to meet him. She goes, go up and talk to him.
Yeah.
How I approached him was, your girl broke a glass. I knocked it off the table and it broke. It was embarrassing and everybody cheered at me. Some guy next to me drops a glass. It breaks. It shatters. The guy that I thought was cute looked over and he said, did you do it again? And I said, no, it wasn't me this time. And then he goes, it was so hot. He goes, come here. And then I went over to him and now he's my husband. You want to say hi?
Can we get in it?
Yeah.
So world.
Get out of here. Have a great night, everyone.
Our generation has become so sick. We have turned the most beautiful thing, finding a partner, into something so ugly that we now think you can form a deep, genuine connection with anyone. There are billions of people in this world. You can always find someone hotter, smarter, richer, better body, taller, more fit, whatever you're looking for, younger. But you know what you're not going to find? You're not going to find that connection that you built with someone special. You're not going to find that in everyone. And that's what we are taking for granted in today's dating world. Just because you see a hotter person pop up on your screen. Building a connection is saying, hey, I love what I have with this person. I'm going to make it work. And I don't care who comes by, they're not going to interrupt this bond. Because this bond is special and bonds cannot be replaced. So yes, you can replace the physical body. You can replace something better looking, but you cannot replace the soul connection that you have. And some of you need to just sleep on that. That's all.
All right, we need to have a chat because I am finding an insane amount of men messaging me, taking me on dates, doing everything, only to come to find out later that they have girlfriends. Like, is there an epidemic of men just cheating on women, taking girls on dates, and giving zero fucks? Because these men take me out in the city that their girlfriend lives in. And like, I'm just, is this happening to anybody else? Like, I thought dating was supposed to be simple. You're single, I'm single, we go on a date. If we like each other, great. If we don't, bye. But like, am I supposed to be asking every single guy now, like, do you have a girlfriend? Do you have a situationship? Do you have a girl that you're talking to? Do you have an ex that you're still talking to? Like, is this the standard now? I have to ask all of these questions and creep their social media, their LinkedIn, their Facebook, their Instagram, their everything to find out if they do have a girlfriend. Like, I'm so confused. Like, what is with this epidemic of shitty men?
I went to a bar the other week with like 8 girls, and we were all single. We were like, let's go find guys. And then I was like, I love you all. I'm literally leaving to another bar by myself. Like, this is not gonna work. Yeah. Guys cannot, that's too scary.
It is.
Would you wanna go up to 8 guys alone? No.
You need to have like separate in 2s.
Absolutely.
That's what has worked for us very well. I found that 2 is a really magic number. Because I think that 1, if it's like they're with a group of people, when you have like a friend with you, it like is like a nice buffer.
Yeah.
And then like they'll find a friend.
It has come to my attention that men do not want to approach women anymore. I don't know when this happened, but this is the reality of the situation. And I also realized that nobody wants to be on dating apps anymore. I think this summer is about to be feral girl summer. Like, I feel like we are finally gonna connect with one another, and we are finally gonna get off the apps, and we are finally gonna flirt with one another. However, we have an issue at hand. Men don't want to approach women at bars. So it's like, how do we start conversation? Luckily, one of my favorite gifts in life is asking weird questions to people. So I started taking myself out to bars. I'm going out with girlfriends and I'm trying to make conversation with guys at bars. And I have one question that I have been asking that is working. My favorite question to ask, I ask this on first dates too. I always ask people, if I could give you a private jet right now that could take you anywhere in the world, where would you go? And this brings up so many good conversations. If a guy says Italy, I'm already imagining our honeymoon there. But seriously, use this one next time you're out. And I just feel like this is about to be an amazing summer, and I am so excited for it.
I think I've come to terms with the fact that I would rather play hopscotch into oncoming traffic. I'm talking like Frogger on the Dan Ryan for all my Chicago people, than have feelings for a man again in the foreseeable future. It's not for me. I will round off back handspring off my 16th floor balcony. I can't do it.
So I'm single, and recently I was talking to this guy and getting to know him a little. He proceeds to ask me the question, "What's your favorite color?" I paused, looked at him, and I said, "Are you being serious right now?" He in fact was being serious. He wanted to know my favorite color. I literally was like, I didn't think people actually asked that question. I thought it was like a hypothetical. And honestly, I was offended. Like, this is really what dating is? Can't ask me a more meaningful question?
If you go out and you are receiving non-stop attention, you need to go home and change. You look cheap and you look easy. I'm gonna tell you the most counterintuitive thing you've ever heard. And I know, it makes no sense. But hear me out. When you do go out with friends or on dates or whatever the case may be, and barely any men come up to you, few, once in a while, whatever, that's how you know you did it right. You need to look expensive. You need to look like, if you are going to approach me, am I in your price range? Because this hoo-ha ain't cheap. And here's a tip to do it. Pick one asset and show that. So it's either your boobs, your butt, your legs, your back. Show no more than that. Men like a little mystery. If you show everything, what do they need you for? They can see every little curve on your body. They've seen it. What's to do? Pick one body part and accentuate that. So if you go out and you're feeling so good and every man at that bar is hitting on you, girl, go home. Nothing good will come of it. And the men who do hit on you are trash. You look easy as fuck. I know that's harsh, but mommy's here to help you. I love you.